Hello everyone, GP is back with another presence tapping video. And so let's start as I always like to start. If this is the first time you've done one of these presence tapping videos, I don't ask you to repeat what I say. I assume you're familiar with the tapping points. And we always start out by taking a couple of deep breaths, closing our eyes, and just sinking into the body for a moment. And just feel what's there. And do your best to let go of trying to fix things, change things, any of the issues we have with ourselves and our body. Just try to feel instead. Just feel. And as you're doing that, you can just start tapping through the points. You can tap on your hand if that's the way you like to do it as well. You can include the karate chop point any way you'd like to do it. But you don't need to repeat what I'm saying. This is tapping without words. So as you're just tapping and breathing, sometimes when we hear that term, presence, just being present, it can almost feel kind of abstract. Almost like, in some cases, even indifferent. I'm just supposed to, just allow it not really get emotionally involved. Maybe a better term, a better word for it would be loving awareness. Just a loving, accepting awareness of myself. My feelings, my thoughts, my history, my past, my aspirations. All of the things that occupy my attention during the day. Many of which I have judgments about. Oftentimes harsh judgments. We never seem to be where we want to be. It's always something we're striving for. So for the next few minutes, as you're just breathing and tapping and listening, bring a loving awareness to all of it. Now, if you can't immediately get in touch with a loving awareness towards your feelings and your thoughts and your experiences, try to just imagine someone. Maybe you actually had someone in your life, or maybe you're just going to invent somebody in your mind that was totally accepting of you, totally allowing of you. No criticism, no judgments. You could imagine a pet, like a pet dog, completely accepting of you. Doesn't matter. None of it matters. The history of the past, shape of your body, the state of your life, none of it matters to your little companion. Just try to feel what that feels like. Just being looked upon with loving eyes. there's awareness of all the things in our lives, all the things we regard as difficulties and problems. Not just ignoring them or pushing them away, pretending they're not there. Just looking at ourselves, the one in the midst of all this, with a loving awareness, an accepting gaze, an open heart. And if something comes up, some judgment, or some criticism, some habit that we have of really being in self-derogatory or self-judging, just notice it. Set it to the side for a moment. Just notice that's a habit we have. Pattern of thought. And maybe it is just a pattern that we can transcend, that we can go beyond. The judging thought may not even be telling the truth. It may just be an old energy from the past. Criticisms you got that what somebody else said about you, just internalized them. Even if you believe they're true, just set them aside just in the presence of this loving awareness, this accepting gaze. You may notice that it's not as hard to do as you might have thought. Notice how much your heart craves it, how much you long for it. You may never have gotten that. You've never gotten it in childhood. You've maybe had difficult relationships where you didn't get it. But something inside of you knows what it is. It's actually willing to give it. And if we can find that inside and give it to ourselves, we'll never lose it. We won't depend on making others love us or accept us or allow for us. Sometimes they won't, no matter what you do. You may have had that experience in childhood. It didn't matter what you did because you weren't the problem. Their incapacity to accept you as you were, their incapacity for love. So just do your best to just imagine it, imagine your pet, what it would be to look on you with all your, nothing has to be fixed or changed. You don't have to get better. You don't have to improve yourself in any way. You don't have to do anything, just as you are. Just imagine someone loving you just as you are. Just notice the way everything within you responds to that. And maybe just the very fact that you can even imagine it and maybe taste it a little means you can give that to yourself. You can go beyond self-judgment, self-criticism, the endless striving for self-improvement, and just love yourself as you are. And then maybe those ways in which we really do want to improve ourselves will get easier. Because it's simply us loving ourselves more. You can stop tapping and take a deep breath. Before you open your eyes, just be with your body for another minute or two. Just sit here with it. What does it feel like? What does the energy feel like? What are you aware of? There may be some discomfort in the body. There may be some emotions that come up. There could be thoughts that come, but just notice them for a second. And also notice just the flow of energy through the body. This kind of loving awareness really opens up the channels for energy to flow. So take another breath and you can open your eyes. Come back and maybe look around a little bit, because when that energy flows, even things look different. We notice different things. Part of the whole functioning of the mind, brain, body is open to seeing things that it didn't see before. So I hope you enjoy that, and I'll be back soon with another presence tapping video. In the meantime, keep a loving awareness of yourself. Namaste.